Welcome to Let's Talk About It, a podcast that gives a platform for real talk, real stories, real people, real topics, real conversations. Welcome to the show. Enjoy the journey.
Keep on walking straight to the hell we made. Why always a wall, babe, when we wanna come closer? Don't tell a million lies. Kill that butterfly.
Welcome to Let's Talk About It, a podcast for real talk, real people, real topics, real conversations. Today, I am in the household of episode. What episode was that?
I think it was 9.
Okay, episode 9 of, Laura McLeod. Her story was about uterine cancer. Went straight up 500 views. I'm in her home today because I'm visiting Colorado out here, visiting my daughter. So I had to have a recap with this young lady. I need you to go back on the site, go and watch episode 9. She told her story about how she battled and beat uterine cancer. And also I got some questions for her, and we gonna go over a couple things after the fact and stuff like that. And I also got I have a new game for her today. Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, well, she knows it now. Okay? Now, let's get into this thing right here. Laura, my buddy, my pal, we're sitting here in your home in, where are we at again?
We're in Brighton.
Brighton, Colorado. Gotta love that, right? All right. I got my little questions here for you. First and foremost, I want to know, right, when I asked you to come on to explain your story, how'd you feel about that?
At first I really didn't think that there was much to tell because everybody goes through things. So my story is not really that much different than anybody else's.
You sure?
That's how I felt.
Okay, I got you. So to tell you was like, okay, it was just nothing, it was no big deal. It wasn't big enough.
Yeah. I mean, people go through terrible things.
Well, uterine cancer is a big thing, and
You'll
be surprised the outcome of this young lady's story, which I will tell her later on. Yes. All right. So after we recorded, when I hit stop, and we got off, we got off from Zoom. And how'd you feel after you told your story?
I felt good. I felt like it was a good platform to tell it, and I feel like I felt good just to kind of get it out, and it kind of helped me process everything that I had gone through and not realized that I needed to process a few things.
Really? Oh, and she's sweet. She's so sweet. I love you. When it came out and you saw it,
Yes.
how'd you feel when you first seen it? When you seen yourself on your TV screen or whatever you was watching on, when you talking about your story, how'd you feel when you was watching yourself?
I watched it and then I listened to it probably 5 times. And I was like, it was interesting to hear it, but I think when it really took effect for me was when my daughter came in and she had been watching it, and
Really?
she said she had to turn it off because she was getting emotional about it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay. So then I was able to come back in and we finished it together and we're able to talk about it.
Well, it brought up all the bad memories.
I think it just brought up a lot of stuff that she hadn't got out, and
Really?
yeah. So, I mean, that was interesting to me. I was actually a little surprised by that.
Well, it was tough though. I mean, you went through a big thing right there.
Yeah.
I mean, but you had great family support.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family.
Yeah, because when you posted, I was like, what? And I was like, no. I was like, no, this can't be you. Like, because, cancer doesn't have, it just picks anybody. It doesn't make who it is. I'm like, no, not her. But it's like, it was a big thing you went through. Oh, girl, you just, oh.
Yeah.
So tell me about some of the responses you got when other people saw it.
It was positive responses. A lot of people said that it was actually very informative. And I was like, okay, good. That's what I was trying to kind of get across for people to be proactive and go get checked. So that was good. And then, I mean, it was a positive response and everything.
Really? Oh, look at you. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Now, when we sat down and talked about it and what you went through, is there anything you left out? Because I know when I talked to you after the fact, certain things happened to you after the fact. I know, and you say you was want to come on and share it. If you go on the episode, she lost her job from this. So, do you want to continue what happened after that?
Yeah. So, I actually was very, very close to losing. I didn't have a job, and then I was getting behind on my rent payments. And so, of course, they were hounding me. And I'm telling you, it came down to the last day. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I was able to get funding from a charity that was so gracious to help. And that same day, I went out to go pick up my daughter from school, and my car was gone. So they had repoed my car, and it's not something that's easy to talk about because you feel like such a failure when you're talking about this. Because like, I am in my 40s, how does this happen? But the circumstance, and I'm not trying to justify it, but the circumstances that led up to it, this is all an effect of cancer.
Yeah.
Like, people think, oh, she doesn't have cancer anymore, she got it cured, she's fine. But there is effects every single day. So, I mean, if it wasn't for my family, my sister stepped in. I called my sister in tears, and I'm like, I literally have nothing, nothing. And I have this 16-year-old girl at home that is relying on me. I can't even get her to school right now. And that was a complete breaking point for me. So my sister stepped up. We were able to get a very old car, but hey, and I've only had it for a month. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's my life. And so that was quite a blessing. But yeah, that was really, really tough. And I know we had talked before about like reaching out, and you had asked if I had gone to therapy or talked to anybody.
Yeah.
And that was my breaking point, that I was like, I need help. I don't know how to process having everything literally taken away from you because you got sick.
That has to be tough, though.
And so I felt so defeated, and I did end up going and talking to someone, and they were able to help give me some insight of how to move forward. And so that was very helpful.
So now, you on the right path with therapy and stuff like that? Everything's good now?
We're getting there.
Say, because you're good.
We're getting there.
Because you my Laura County, man. Listen, you're one of the funniest, strongest people I know, and I know you're gonna beat all this. Just like how you beat cancer. You go keep on going strong, and you as a mom. I told everybody this. I have probably met a lot of people in my life, but you are one of the strongest mothers I've ever seen. Like, seriously, like your dedication, devotion to your daughters. Like, the first thing you think about, how am I gonna be there for my daughters? I mean, like you said, like when you went through it, like, how am I gonna get my daughters to school? How am I gonna get her to college? How am I gonna take care of them? Like, that dedication is like to your daughters is like phenomenal. Like, you are just a fantastic mom.
Thank
Seriously.
you. That
Seriously.
honestly means more to me than anything. So thank
Seriously.
you.
No, you're strong as hell. Dang, I was like crazy. But Lord, I'll tell you right now, I found out some facts. It was crazy, right? And I want to talk to you about this last time, but I want to tell everybody here. I found out this over 12,500 women per year passes away from uterine cancer.
Oh.
That's 12,500.
Mm-hmm.
12,000 per year. I mean, that's a big ass number.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from the ages of 45 to 60.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you think about that? Like,
I think that it's because people are not getting checked. So by the time they get to the point of finding out what it is, they're already at stage 4. So it's very treatable.
Yeah.
If you catch it early. And that's why my message is so important to people, is just to go get checked, because so many times the doctors want to say, you're too young, it's menopause, your cycles, and that's not always the case. Listen to your body. So, but that is shocking. 12,000.
Yeah, it's like 12 because it was like, you already know it's 4 stages.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that the survival rate, stage 1 and 2 it's a high rate. It's 95%.
Mm-hmm.
Stage 3 is 69%. But when it gets to that fatal stage 4, it's only 17% survival.
Mm.
And I found out a lot of people, they refuse to get checked, when they get these symptoms and stuff like that. And they're like way past 1 and 2. They're like on the verge of 3 and 4. And it's like too late. There's nothing,
Mm-hmm.
nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. I'm like, shit. I was like, I don't know. That is ridiculously crazy.
They say there's a good reoccurrence rate in the first 2 years as well. So I do have my 6-month checkup actually next week. So
and you go keep me
good.
updated, right?
I will, absolutely.
Yeah, I want a text. I want that from you. I want that from you, seriously.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question here. Now, when someone saw your episode, they reached out by email, let's talk about it _71. It's on the site, go to my contact. Let's talk about it _71 at yahoo.com. This question comment came from Rachel in West Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm glad that it's hard for me to read my own chicken scratch. She said, Laura, I watched your story with great interest. I was having pelvis pains during sex. And the first thing that came in my mind, it was crazy, was my husband was cheating on me. Because she thought she had disease or something like that. So, but then she watched your story. And she was having heavy menstrual bleeding. Right? So when she saw your story and some things you said, she's like, "Damn, you know what? Maybe so, maybe so." She said, "Maybe so, maybe not." But I'm gonna go get checked out. Okay, so she wanted to go get checked, and she's 45.
Yeah, young.
She's 45 years old. Mm-hmm. She went to go checked out. She found out she is at stage 1B.
Okay.
Okay, and she's going to get treated. Because I got this email like around 2 weeks ago. I don't know if she got treated or not yet, but she's going to get treated. Says, thank you for telling the story. It's probably going to save my life.
Ugh.
This is from Rachel in West Virginia. Now, honestly,
Rachel,
how do you feel about that?
That's a lot. That's a lot to process. And Rachel, I'm so proud of you for going and getting checked, and they'll get you on the right treatment path. And you are always more than welcome to reach out. Any questions, anything you need, of course. But that is why he does this podcast. To make people aware of stuff. Like, this is a great platform for getting this out.
It's crazy. Like it's almost like, I think almost every podcast I've had, somebody's reached out. from number one with Tammy's alcohol, and the sister, her sister, she saved her sister. I don't know if it's a calling or what. I don't know what it is, but this woman, she saw it, and she wasn't really worried about her email was a lot longer. What I'm saying. But from what I got from her email, she first thing she thought her husband was cheating on her, whatever. Of course, you would say men. That's how we men are.
Of course, that's always going to be our first assumption.
That's the first thing, right? And she was having heavy menstrual bleeding and stuff like that, and she saw you, and she was listening to you, and she's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna go get checked."
Good for her.
Now I don't know. Because I was kind of researching more and more about it, like how long it would take. I mean, like, if you go unchecked, you think it's this, you think it's that. And I'm so glad she did. I mean,
some people go years without getting checked, or they go get checked, but they're misdiagnosed.
You know what? I read that too.
Yeah.
I've read that a lot online. That a lot of people get misdiagnosed.
Yeah.
With it. They say, "Oh, it's just a menstrual thing." They would say it's a menopause, right? They say it's menopause, beginning of menopause, stuff like that. Did your doctor? Nobody ever told you that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yeah, they did, and they wanted to check like my hormone levels, and then they didn't want to check them, and then they all along the way, you're too young. I'm sure it's nothing. This is just for precaution, and I knew something wasn't right. I was at work, and this might be a little too much, but
hey, this platform's up to you.
I was at work, and literally tennis ball sized blood clots were just dropping out of me.
You kidding?
I couldn't even, I went to my boss, and I'm sure I looked like I had deer in the headlights. I'm like, I have to go. I don't know what's happening right now. So
was that the deciding factor? You want to get checked?
I went straight to the doctor after that. I was like, no, something's wrong. And that's when they told me, they're like, well, you're too young, but you could be going to menopause. Your cycles could be kind of, and I'm like, no, I've never done this before. This is not normal for me. So we need additional testing. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself in what the next step is. So they did send me for an ultrasound.
So
immediately.
Can I ask, how long was your heavy bleeding before the tennis balls type things happened?
So, I didn't have anything. I had barely a little bit of spotting in between 2 months prior.
Yeah.
So I had a period, and then I had a little tiny bit of spotting, a period, a little tiny bit of spotting, and then and that freaked me out. I'm like, something's literally wrong. And they're like, no. And I'm like, So, and then it's just, once they figured out, then it's just a whirlwind. Okay, now you're going to this doctor. Now you're going to this doctor. Well, we just set you up with the oncologist. Well, you're going into surgery next week. I'm like, wait, what? So it moved really quickly.
And you guys got to go back and watch the story, because she went through a lot with that too.
So this is nice to be on the couch with my blanket.
Oh, you like that? See, you're all nice and comfy. You good? You good? Oh, I'm so happy she's comfy. Seriously. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna get to my little game. We're gonna wrap this one up right here. We're gonna get to my little game I have now. It's not what, if you go on the episode before, it's not the pick and choose random questions, 90 seconds. This time you get a chance to, take your time and relax in your little blankie on your couch, so you can you think about your little pink slippers.
Aren't they so cute?
Pink. Yeah, everything's pink. Everything's pink with her. Seriously, you come here, it's all pink everywhere. All right. Here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
What is one word that describes you?
Oh. I should ask you that.
No. I want you. What is one word? What's one word you describe yourself? How about that? Same thing.
Um,
I would say pink, but that's different.
I. But isn't it so cute?
Oh my God.
Is my bathroom not the
What
best?
is one word to describe yourself, girl?
Well, I think a lot of people have said that I'm very strong.
Okay.
But I'm pretty
That's
fucking
people.
funny too.
Well, we are. Hey, everybody agrees how funny you are. But if you put like this, if you looked in the mirror at yourself and you say, "This word describes me,"
Independent.
that I will agree with. I will ask some other.
Is that a bad thing?
No, pig-headed, strong, everything like this. Very pig-headed, but that's another story for another time.
It's only because you don't listen to me.
Okay, so independent, that's your word.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, here go one for you. This would be a good one. You're hosting a dinner party.
Okay.
Okay. You get to invite 3 people, past or present, that you don't know personally.
Oh. That just kept getting harder.
Yes. So you're hosting this. You're going to go to your little what's that thing over there? Ottoman, whatever.
My island?
Her island. You're going to have 4 chairs, 1 for you and 3 for other people.
Okay.
You do not know personally.
But I don't know them.
You don't know them. It can be past or present people.
I'm not like people don't like wow me.
No?
I don't have like.
Well, how about people you know?
I mean, I would just bring my family.
That's it?
Would you come?
Of course I'll be there.
Okay.
What you cooking?
I thought you were going to bring the food.
She just makes this interview more and more better, right? That's you guys. She just makes it. This is why it's. This is who she is. Seriously, this is the last one here. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, this is a good one for you. If you can tell 5 years ago, Laura, one thing, what would it be? Yourself 5 years ago, you could tell yourself one thing. What would that thing be?
You're gonna be okay. Keep moving forward. Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna be okay. I mean, a single mom. I mean, any mom really. I hate putting that label on it. Any mom, any parent.
Oh.
It's hard. And I feel like I have fought and fought and fought for even just the little bit that I do have. So you just keep going and it's gonna be okay.
I say that myself sometimes. Like 5 years ago, the 5 year ago me. It's the first time I actually will answer this question, to tell you the truth. Because I asked 2 people this question before. I thought about it a little bit. I said to myself in the 3rd, 4th, 5th person, do you?
Yeah.
Do you focus on you? Make you first. Still keep everybody, love and give them attention, this and that. But make sure you put you first. I had to learn that the hard way.
Which is harder than you would expect.
Oh God, yes, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Laura, do you have one last thing you'd like to say to your ever glowing "I'm a superstar" audience? Because she is a superstar. She sent me this meme. I'm a superstar. So is there anything you want to say to your audience right now?
Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that it could help anybody in any capacity. But let's talk about this guy hitting 1,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube. That's what everybody's excited about. This is the superstar. Thank you for having me.
She put me on the spot right here. You know that, right? You just put me on the spot.
Yep.
You did it last time too.
I know. You should know by now.
I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. I'm happy that, that I'm doing something I love.
Yes, I can tell you're very happy doing
I'm
it.
100% into it. Makes me excited.
Mhm.
I like to help. I like to hear stories. I like for people to get affected by it. I mean, this is real talk. Like, seriously. Like, I really love this to the bottom of my heart. I know there's other content out there, other YouTubers out there, and podcasters or whatever. Mine is totally different. And I just want to bring everybody's story. My platform is about just telling your story, not just saying like, all right, give you a quick card, all right, blah, 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 and halfway through, okay, next. No, I don't do that. I just want you to tell your story and it can help out somebody like Rachel. I mean, Rachel saw your story, like, and now she's getting treated for it. Like, she didn't even think about it. She was thinking about her man was cheating on her, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is crazy, and it makes me happy, stuff like that. Especially having you on here and other people to share their story and be comfortable with it, and it makes me happy. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for what you do. You're the best.
I mean, even though she could be a pain in the ass, guys, seriously. She loves to put me on the spot.
I'm the favorite pain in the ass. Pound it out.
Yes, you are. I give you that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for this week's episode on this recap here. I will see you next week. This is Lauren McLeod. Go make sure you see episode 8. She stomped uterine cancer. Thank you, Rachel, for your question. If you guys have any other questions for her, email me. I'll definitely get it over to her. Everybody have a good day. Peace. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the show. Please subscribe, click on the bio, support the show. Thank you so much again. We'll see you next week for another amazing episode on Let's Talk About It.